Hello guys, this is Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on Mickey Mouse, and I'm going to do him larger than the mat. I'm going to do him at 26 inches, and I'm going to do him double-sided. I've had a couple of requests if I could do this, so I am going to do it for you guys and show you how I do it. There may be other ways to do it, but this is how I do it. I've already imported my Mickey, got him in here, and I'm using him. He's the image in Design Space. I own most of the Disney cartridges, so I like to work with them a lot. So I've got him here, and the first thing I'm going to do, and I don't mean to make you nervous, I've got a little desktop tripod here that I'm trying to get used to using, and I don't know how to use it too well. So I'm going to go over to the edit panel, and I've got my Mickey selected, and I am going to change. I'm going to keep the lock button on, and I'm going to change my width to 26 inches. And you saw him just jump right up there. So let's go back over to our layers panel. Now we've got him how we want him, and I'm going to zoom my screen out some here, and let me get you guys in frame here with me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit ungroup, and I'm going to pull all the colored layers off. And he's got a little tongue there. Make sure you get that. Now we've got the top layer of Mickey. Don't need this red layer at all, so I'm going to delete it. And then here's our shadow layer. And we're going to keep that too. Now, let's move these out of the way because we're going to work with our shadow layer first. And do this as I always do these. I'm going to go over and insert a shape. I'm going to insert the square. I'm going to pull my square over here. I'm going to change the color of my square to some color that I'm not using so I can see it easily. And I'm going to go back over to the edit panel, and today I'm going to cut the shadow or background layer of Mickey in a poster board. So my paper size is going to be at the edit panel. Let me move you over to my edit panel because I've got it up. Let me zoom in. I'll try to zoom in on that too. If I can get it up there for you. I'm sorry, please bear with me. I'm going to click the lock to unlock it. I'm going to make the width 11.5 inches, and the height is going to be 23.5 inches, and then I'm going to lock it. So now we can go back over and see my square, which is now a rectangle. And so sorry, I'm trying to get this little tripod figured out, and that seemed to make things worse. There we go. That's better. Now I'm going to duplicate my rectangle now. And you got to go back over to the layers panel to do that. I'm going to duplicate that 3 or 4 times. And now I'm going to start slicing the shadow layer of my Mickey apart. And Right now my green rectangle is selected, and if you hold down the control key and touch your Mickey, it selects everything, and then you can hit slice. I'm going to move the black portion out of the way, move the green portion over, and delete. Just make sure you don't delete any of the colors that you're working with. Then I'm going to slice that. Put my black piece up there where I want it, and then this one's definitely going to fit on my mat, and move it there. Now I'm going to select all three of these pieces too, and I'm going to attach them. That way it's just easy. I didn't want to attach, I'm sorry. I did attach and I don't want to. I'm going to undo that by just clicking undo. I've got them all selected here again. And, well, sorry, hit something I didn't want to hit there. And I'm going to hit group. I want to group them. I don't want to attach them. So we got that right there. Now I'm going to bring over my main layer of Mickey, the main black layer, and I'm going to slice him as well. Now I'm going to be a little picky about where I'm going to slice this, because some of these black pieces are going to be seen on the outside. So I'm going to make my first slice right down the center, because all of those pieces right down the center are going to be seen. That way I'm trying to do away with visible seams. And then that piece will work just fine, but I still have to detach it from the other piece. And we do that by slicing. And move that one out of the way, and that one should be fine, and it is. So now I'm going to select all of those and group. Now for now, I'm going to get rid of this green piece. Now I need to see, I want to insert another square. I'm going to make this square green too. And I want to change the size of this square to 11.5 inches, 11.5 inch square. So you keep it locked so that it'll change. And then I'm going to duplicate this a couple times. And the reason I'm using 11.5 on this one is because I don't have colored cardstock in the colors that I need at 12 by 24. So the first thing I know, I'm going to need to slice his shoes. And I'm going to move my green square to the back, and you just do that by selecting it and hit arrange. And I think it'll be less visible, this seam will be, by just cutting off the toe portion of that one shoe. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to delete my greens, move my yellows over, and then this I want to group as well. Anything that we're slicing today, you definitely want to group together because of the next step that we're going to do. Now I know the white portions I'm going to need to slice. I can already know they're too big. Yes, okay. So there we go. Selected it, and I'm slicing. Move your green portions out of the way. And there we go. It's all sliced apart now. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to group those back together. And I do believe that Mickey's face is going to be fine. Yes, and it's just fine. And I know his shorts are. Yes, and his tongue definitely is. So I'm going to delete these green squares. Don't need those. So now what I'm going to do at this point, before I go any further to make the background piece, or the back double-sided piece to my Mickey, to make him on both sides of my image, is I'm going to cut all of this out and put it together first. And then I'll come back and show you how we're going to make the flip side. So I'll be back soon. Okay, I wanted to come back while I was in the break, taking a break from cutting those pieces or getting my next pieces ready to cut, and wanted to let you know I brought in another Mickey because I forgot to do that originally, which is what I wanted to do. So I have him here, brought him in, and I already have him sized to 26 inches as well, and haven't done anything to him yet, and I don't want to do anything to him yet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you here, is we're going to go over to the edit panel. I forgot that I moved him and blew him up. I didn't want to do that. And what we're going to do here on the edit panel is, you'll see there's a rotate section down here and one that says mirror, and you see the one here that's got the little arrows pointing side to side in, and ones that are pointing up and down that are going in. What we want to do is choose the one by side, because it'll mirror it exactly the way we want it to, the way we want it to go. And that's how we do it. And we'll zoom back over here to my Mickey, and you'll see that he flipped. See, every time we hit that one, I'll just hit it and show you. See, that's the way we brought him in, and then we hit mirror and he flips. So that'll mirror my image with it all being the same, and we have to mirror to do a double-sided image. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm not for sure exactly how I'm going to do this, if I'm going to tear this Mickey apart and slice him and do everything, or if we're going to do it with the images we've already done. Since we have these all grouped together, only thing we have to do is mirror those two. So let me get this together, finish cutting these and get it together, and I will come back and let you know what we're going to do when we're ready for that side. So won't be long, stay tuned. Hello guys, I'm back. I got the first part of my Mickey put together and cut out. I wanted to show him. He's kind of hard to fit on the screen here because he's so big. And if you remember, I just chose to do him at 26 inches so I could do him double-sided to share everything with you. And I kind of ripped the back of Mickey, the poster board here, so I should be able to cover all of that up. So if not, we'll see how it goes once we get the other side cut out. Now, I'm zooming in here, trying not to make you guys sick with the camera movement. And what I have done, and what I had done earlier in the video, is that we made I put in two Mickey Mouses, and then I kept one as it came in, and you see all of my pieces here on the screen. These are the ones that I've already cut out and sliced and did all of that wonderful stuff with. And I got to thinking about this. Obviously you can do it this way, but it's a little more complicated and it takes more work. It's not really more complicated, it just takes a lot more time. So we don't need to do that. We've already got it all here where we've got everything sliced once. So what we need to do now that we've got everything cut out, I've got everything grouped together, or my black images grouped together. Excuse me. And the simplest thing and easiest thing to do is to go back over to our edit panel here. And right now I'm going to select, this is the background. This one here is the background Mickey. And we don't need to cut him again. So I'm just going to hide him. And then all of these other pieces here, that's our one to refer back to. Now all of our other pieces here, only thing we need to do is select them. We're going to go over to the edit panel. We're going to click edit. And right now I have these little tongue selected. And we're just going to hit mirror image. And we're going to do that with all of our pieces. And it's just going to mirror everything. You could also do the mirror image within the cut screen if you remember to do them all. And if you don't, then you've kind of got a problem if you forget to do that. So if we do it here, we don't have to worry about it. And now, since all of my black parts of my Mickey that I've already sliced and I've grouped it back together, I can just hit mirror now and it mirrors them all at once. So that's what we're going to do. So there's no need for the other Mickey that we originally pulled in and mirrored. So no need to put the double work onto ourselves, because these are a lot of work to do. So we've got all of that done. I'm going to go back over to my layers panel, and I don't need this Mickey, so I'm just going to delete him. This one I'm keeping because he's my refer back to Mickey, so I know where everything goes. So now I'm just going to hide him, and I do that by clicking on the little eyes to where it puts a line through it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut out this black layer because I need it. You'll need it to put on the back side of our Mickey. So let me get these cut out and I'll be right back to show you putting it together. Okay guys, I have the double-sided Mickey put together. Isn't he just too stinking cute? I just love him, and he was a lot of fun to do. He wasn't like work at all. And this is the back side that I just finished. And excuse me, don't want to make you guys dizzy. And here's the other side. Now on this side, I don't know if you can tell, I put glossy accents on his eyes, and I'll do it on the other side too. And I think I may do his nose as well. But I think he turned out just so cute, and he is double-sided, so you could be able to set him up someplace. And I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm going to figure out how to put a stand on him so where you can see him from both sides without doing the dowel rod. I don't like that because it's bulky and it gets in the way, I think, and then it becomes really top heavy, and then you got to do popsicle sticks and all that stuff. And I'm just trying to come up with a lighter alternative that is simple. And as soon as I do that, I will make a video and show you guys how to do it, and link that video to the image that I made so you guys can see it as well. So I hope you like this. I hope you find it informative. And if you do, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks, and have a great crafty day. Bye now.